Hello, traders. Welcome to tradingwithbill.com. I'm Bill. We're in Thailand, and yes, I have to tell you the big news. It's still raining, and it's still cloudy. I don't think I've seen the sun in a week. It's just unbelievable. Good thing I'm on the 26th floor. I'd be needing a boat to get around. Yeah, it's unbelievable. And it's cold. I was actually cold last night. It's pretty funny. It's actually cold. Well, what are you going to do? Hey, nothing to rant about today. Well, I am peeking over here. As you can see, I'm peeking over here that the dollar index, I don't know, folks. Looks like to me this baby wants to go back to 95. But when you look at the dollar pairs and stuff, I'm not seeing a lot of action from it. So we'll see. Let's take a look at what's going on today. It's a Thursday, and let's see what we have news-wise today. Apparently, we do not have anybody on a holiday. Aussie employment change, full employment change today, about 2 hours from now. It's currently 6:37 in the morning, and that would be 1937 on Wall Street on a Wednesday night. NAB quarterly business confidence comes out of the Aussie today. Unemployment rate, they don't expect no change in that. In the European session, of course, the Great British Pound has core retail sales year on year, month on month, retail sales for June, and retail sales month on month for June, all coming out in the European session. Spanish 10-year obligation auction today. Moving along, really don't see anything else that's of any worthiness. Going to U.S., we've got initial jobless claims, Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Index. Then we got Philly Fed employment for July, Philly Fed New Orleans for July. I don't think that means anything to us. Got an FOMC speaker talking like, who cares? These speakers are unbelievable. Wow, it's just amazing. And okay, I'll rant about something. Like the markets don't even listen to these people. Like they can put out whatever they want. Trade wars. Really, has the market really been affected by trade wars? All right, we've seen some dips. The markets are still strong. The markets are still bullish. I mean, what? Who cares? Nobody cares. The markets do not care. Politically, who cares about any of it? Nobody. Not the markets. Outside the markets might care, but the markets are the markets. The markets just do their thing and have a good day. nothing really unordinary because of all this stuff that's going on outside. It's pretty funny. Okay, so here we are. This is what happened what's going on in the U.S. session as we speak. Oil. Who said to you yesterday that oil is a good place to buy this, that we were at support? Yes, I did. And oil gave us a nice green candle yesterday. Dollar index is up there. Like I said, it looks like currently it's at 95.08. So that's a difference from my investing.com chart. I would go with Thinkorswim, and that looks, like I said, 95.08. So we've touched and gone above the 95 area. Gold came up a little bit. However, this does not look good to the upside. Gold is just tanking. And I remember I said yesterday, gold and oil correlated, right? If they're both going in the same direction, somebody's lying. Looks like gold's going to continue to fall and oil's going to continue to go up. The VIX, I have it at 12.1 as we speak. Like I said, 12 is okay. We surely don't want to get down to 11 or somewhere in there. Like I said, I don't think the market cares about what's going on outside because we're now at our third day with a higher low. So, say what you want. But, yeah, it's, the markets are still very strong. The Euro futures, the Euro just continues to tank. This is... I've got it at 1.1691 at the moment for the euro. All right, that's what's going on there. All right, so let's head over to the charts. Now, hopefully I got this right this morning. That's not the one I wanted. Oh, you know what? That's okay. We could do that. Yeah, okay. So first chart I want to look at today is this euro yen. I thought it was pretty interesting when I was looking around this morning at charts. This came all the way down here to this like 130.90 area and bounced. Came down here, bang. We talk about V formations, so this is a V, right? Boom, comes all the way down, pops all the way back up. Now you expect it sideways, but you would expect this to continue to the downside. So you expect this to continue to come back down and continue to the downside. I think this is a great trading opportunity, by the way. I think this 130, 150 area, 130, 140 area, I think it's a good sell. We can get this, and it looks like it's going to happen in this candle, where we'll get this 10 EMA above price. We can take it down. Folks, we have a wide open space here. We have a wide open space here. There is no Forex junk here. And for surely the euro is not strong, right? For surely the euro is not strong. So that's my call for today on that. Let's take a look at the euro yen on an Ikimoku chart. And if we see this, we can see here's that V move that we just saw. It's come up, it's gone sideways. Now it's coming into the cloud, right? So what's going to happen here? Well, you would think that this is just going to continue to the downside. It's going to hit this resistance and continue to the downside. Well, our future line, this red line, says it's just going to continue sideways and just continue through. It doesn't show us it wants. It's not even inched a little bit to the upside, a little bit to the downside. So it's really not showing any kind of decision. It's basically going to just keep going. And we just saw that there's no price action really to get in the way. We've got open spaces all over the place. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in an hour or 2 hours of how this works. If you look at our lagging indicator, which goes 26 times backwards, it's pointed to the downside. Okay, it's pointed to the downside. So that's basically what's going on. We're going to see what's going to happen when this hits this cloud. I think that's probably the key to what's going to go on with this euro yen, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what goes on. All right, let's get back to where I was. There we go. That's not the one I want. There we go. Here we are. All right, so we did speak about this euro yen. Nope, this is euro dollar. Okay, good. All right, so let's talk about this a little bit. Euro dollar is just really like it didn't even give you anything yesterday as a pullback. It just started to the downside, and we talked about this, right? We said this thing could just continue to go, like continue to go down, right? So now my theory is, well, we got the 200 exponential moving average. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Do I think if it comes back up to the 200, it's going to respect it? No. No. This is really, we know the euro is bearish and we know it's tanking. But as a trade, we've got to do this technically. This is totally a technical trade. I don't care what they're talking about out there. This is a technical trade, all right? This is absolutely a technical trade. We're going to take this and we're going to look for a significant fib level, all right? A significant fib level. So, we're at this 618, right? Just above the 200 looks to be there. But I'd like to see it back up at 17 or 1690, right? 1690. Boom, right about there, right? To take this to the upside. So I think it's a good chance if this pulls up, it's just going to overshoot and continue. And I'm okay with that. And then we'll just, I think that's not the one I want, but I'm okay with that. I don't mind that line right there. Boom. Okay. And then, of course, if it comes back down here, we could take it from that side. Now, would I sell it from where would I buy it from where it's at right now? I wouldn't, I'm not against that. You're going to get it in at 1650. The problem is at 20 pips, you're coming up to the 200. Regardless if it's going to go through the 200, it's going to stall there. At least it's going to go sideways for 2, 3, 4 candles, and then it's going to pop up, depending on what time of the day it is. Right now, it's not doing anything. And what's more likely to happen is this is going to continue sideways. We're going to get about an hour and a half before the London Open in the European session. And what do you think is going to happen? It's going to continue to dump. We might not even get a pullback. So lot to think about when you're trading. Get in these pairs, stay in it for a couple of hours if that's the way you trade. Or if you're scalping, of course, that's a whole different story. And get out, right? Don't hang around. Don't hang around. British pound isn't doing absolutely nothing. The Australian dollar is an interesting spot to sell, right? If you want to get into the Aussie, right, this would be your place of thinking, right? Why not, right? 74.50, I like that 50 area. What problems might you have? Well, you're going to get that 55 exponential moving average. Now, if we look left of the chart, we see it did react over here, but this is pretty much a pretty clean shot to the downside. Again, wide open space here, nice wide open space here. You got a couple of levels you're going to have to watch for as you go through this trade. But I'm trying not to think today. So we got some levels we're going to bounce through. But if you're going to sell this, and I would sure be selling this, right? You wouldn't want to be buying the Aussie dollar, right? So if you're selling this, we're in a position now in 2 and 3 hours where we can get in this and pretty much take a look and see what's going on, and and play. Hopefully make some pips, right? But interesting markets. I was in the U.S. session yesterday, and I have to tell you, I really enjoyed it. It was, the beginning of the U.S. session yesterday was moving and things were happening. It's quite interesting. It's amazing that Amazon, had a failure with their website and stuff. They're so bullish. Amazon just keeps going up. It's amazing. It's just unbelievable. Now, here we are. Here's a New Zealand dollar. Again, just sideways, folks, not doing anything. We're at a position here now where, you know what? There's really not a lot I want to do except take a look at that and look to sell this. So we're boxed in here, right? We're boxed in here. But again, I want to take this to the downside. I'm not looking to buy the New Zealand dollar, right? And if you fib this whole swing, this is probably a 618, which we can do. Because I think sometimes being technical, you're better off. And we're pretty close to the 618, right? I said that was going to be a 618. There we go. So just keep an eye on that. You got an issue with the 50%, but that's where we are now. If it dumps from there, well, now you got issues. You got a 55, you got a 200. Do you want to sell this at this level? No. We need a pullback here. If it gets below the 200, if it gets below that 200 EMA, right, let it drop, let it retest at 200, hopefully, and then continue to the downside. Just because it gives you a candle, below this horizontal line that I put here that's now support, just because it closes below that doesn't mean you take that trade. Because, that really doesn't mean anything. You're coming into the 55, you can bounce back up to here. So we're looking for a 68 or, 68.10, 68.20 would be a really nice spot to sell this New Zealand. So, yeah, it's a Thursday. Let's take a look. Let me take a look at some other charts here, see what we have happening here. What is up with this CAD Swiss? This has been an interesting situation. This thing has been just flying. CAD Swiss. Take a look at this, folks. This is in a nice spot, right? EMA's here to the upside, 200 to the downside. I don't know. This looks like a no-brainer, right? Sell it, right? Let this thing come up to the 79.50 area. I like my 50s. Let's see if this can get this up to the 79.50 and take it. Again, not a lot of, we got some Forex junk here, but this is a wide open space right here, right? No price action junk over here. Nothing here. This is really a clean trade here. You do have a level that you might want to look at here. I would take a look. I'd watch this here. You look at, and maybe that's where you'd want to get out, right? But this is looking pretty good if we can get some movement on this CAD Swiss. I haven't traded the CAD Swiss in a while, but listen, this time of year, I'll trade whatever looks technically good, you know. You really need to be technical. You need to listen to the garbage out there just to know what's happening. But really, just trade your charts, folks. Trade technically. Look at the numbers. I mean, with everything that's going on out in the world today, with the U.S. president and the Russian president, and the the Koreas, the North, the South, all this stuff, you would think the markets would be at zero, right? Man, they don't care. The markets don't care. And these people writing articles, they just baffle me. Have you read some of these articles that people write? Where do they, what are they thinking? It's unbelievable. Just boggles my mind. It really does. Don't mean to get on a rant, but I just don't want traders to get entrenched into media and these people that write articles every day. And you know what? They probably haven't taken a trade in 10 years, right? But they got a white shirt and a nice tie, and they write articles, and they make a lot of money. Man, don't just ignore it. Trade your charts. Trade technically. Technically, they say. All right, let's take a look at some Ikimuku stuff. So Euro's in the cloud. Euro's in the cloud, moving along here. Here she goes in this cloud, right? Do I want to sell this, right? Let's say you didn't see the other chart that we talked about on the euro. But would I want to sell this here? Not really. I mean, I've got to be honest with you, not really. And we already did it, but, well, we can do it. We can do it anyhow. We can do whatever we want. Right? Really. Again, trade technically, folks. Trade technically, okay? The Ikimuku is a tool, right? Where would I want to see this come back to? Yeah, what about up here, right? What about the 618? Like we said, let this come back up to the 618. Unless this falls below this cloud, right? I'm not really interested. It's got to break this line here. It's got to break that line there before, really before I would think about it, right? It's got to break below the cloud before we're going to get in this. So, not too much going on there. New Zealand is above the cloud. That's an interesting one, huh? Take a look at this, right? The old New Zealand now is in the cloud, but it's still in the cloud, right? It's outside the cloud, but it's below this red line. So that tells us this is a sell trade. This is a bearish trade outside the cloud, below resistance. That's that red line up here, and it's saying to head to the downside. So that's what we'll look at. Okay, use this as a tool. Use it, to help you get in, or if you're wondering what's going on, and use your other tools. Use your fib tools. Use that stuff. Support and resistance lines. Use those. They work. They work. We have to trade technically. I know I keep popping on that, but we do. We just have to trade technically. Don't worry about those people writing articles, folks. Do not worry about what those people write about in articles. Let them write. Just don't read them. All right, traders, great to be with you this week. It's a Thursday. As you know, I don't do a video on Friday. I have another obligation. So please have a great weekend. Enjoy your weekend break. Today, always remember to trade smart and not hard. And we'll see you on Monday morning in Asia. Take care, traders. Great to be with you this week. See you now. Bye-bye.